Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Ramp on the play for game one. Let us see what we're up against. They get another look off of the commercial district. It'll play the Rumble on 2. A Solon gets us to Chrysis on 3, and ideally a Sire 7 deaths on 4. If not, maybe an Emrakul if we get lucky. But we'll have to wait and see. Opponent does seem to be away from the keyboard, so we'll be back once they've returned. Alright, looks like one will keep the opening 7. Commercial District Surveil. Devour to Yard. A bit late for you, friend. We'll pass in full. Caversal's Naming Spirit. Oh. Alright. Well, certainly was not expecting that. Instant or sorcery. So in that case, we'll go Forest and play around it with Talisman. Force negation. Oh, that is a problem. We'll pass in full. Another one. Ew. Windswept Teeth fetch. This is interesting. Noble Hierarch and Spirits? Whole draw. Well, I have to fire off the K return at this point. Yield all. I will not. We'll pass and pass. Oh, this is looking to be quite unfortunate. Supreme Phantom. Could have hit me for one more had he not attacked the Noble Hierarch. We'll draw. I will shock. Let's get rid of that Wanderer at this point. Pay 2. I shall not. And pass. Another Noble Hierarch. We'll take 3 down to 8. I need a land here. Untapped land. That will do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to imprint the Emrakul. And trigger. So now we can block flyers. If we can get this Sire 7 death down, we should just be set. What say you, opponent? Attacking. Interesting. I'll block. End step and draw. Sowing Mycospawn. There is a consideration of playing Mycospawn here, but I think going Sire seems right. Cast Sire, yield all. Yield all. I'll say yes. Why tap for Collected Company? Did not see that coming. Double Supreme Phantom. Alright. We'll pass. Another Cavern Souls, named Spirit, Noble Hierarch. Let's go to combat. Go attacking. I mean, if this connects, we should be in good shape. Alright. Fetch Verdant Cat for a forest. And let's kick un Miko spawn, hit the breeding pool. And I will go with a Cavern of Souls, name Eldrazi. We'll pass in full. I mean, if we get the second Sire down, I don't think they can do anything. Mazo. Draw. Rumble. No point in casting that. We'll attack with Sire again. And another Sire. And I imagine opponent just scoops from here. Really? I mean, both Sires have pseudo hexproof for all intent and purpose. One will concede. We got there. So Unholy Heat in, Dismember in, Ice Till out. Debating on Vexing Bauble, but I think we're going to keep it like this for right now. I guess we could trim a Rumble for a Bauble. Seems reasonable-ish. Maybe an Ugin for a Bauble. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Because imagine playing Force Flare, maybe Subtlety even. I will keep. I will pass. Misty Rain, fetch 19 for Breeding Pool Shock. 17 and Hierarch. Draw. Sprawl. Do you have a force? Red and pass. And pass. I have to imagine they're playing Consigned to Memory, so we'll have to play around that. I suppose it depends on what they play here. MTGO's Archive to Yard. Shacklegeist. That is fine. So in that case, I think we just play the Writhing Chris. And pass in full. Body hits board, so no Flare of Denial. Okay. What you got here? White Orchid Phantom. Yeah, it's a spirit. Huh. Did not think about that now, did I? No attacks. Draw. Sowing Miko spawn. I mean, that is 6. Rumble. There's Devour of Destiny. There's Lab. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Devour. I will go Ugin's Lab, yeah? Three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll play the Windswept Teeth and pass. They'll tap down the Writhing Chris, I'd imagine. Tap 2 untapped spirits you control. Why would you not tap down the Chrysalis with your White Orchid and Shacklegeist? Confusion I am. Okay. Paying cost 4. Skyclave app. So they'll eat the Chrysalis then. Maybe that's why? Sure. We'll take 4 down to 16. End step. Fetch down to 15. For Surveil Land. Rumble top. And draw. Start with Rumble. There's Ugin, Eye of the Storm. There's Sire, 7 Death. I'll grab Sire. I will play a Forest. Yield all. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you can play either Sire or Emrakul next turn as it currently stands. They know about the Sires. They might be hesitant to counter if consign if they're only one. I mean, we're going to grab Cavern Souls, name Eldrazi. I will pass. I guess we could have tried to kick the plains. Try and play around a White Orchid Phantom, hitting the Cavernous Souls. That may have been correct in retrospect. Only downside would have been is that I wouldn't have been able to cast that Emrakul then. 4 down to 11. The illusion does not have flying, unfortunately. That would have been nice. There's the White Orchid. Yep, we will fail to find. There's a Writhing Chris. See if this resolves. We're not dead on board just yet. Consigned memory, so we did play around it. Yield all. 4, 5, 6, short 1. I'll play the Sanctum and pass then. We'll take 6 down to 5 as it currently stands. We'll block this Block the Skyclave. Two cards in hand. Down to 5. Draw. Second Sire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unfortunately, since I had to block, we can't go 11, which would have allowed me to play both another Chrysalis and Sire. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The problem with Sire as well is they can tap 2 to tap it. So I think I have to go Emrakul here. I will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 6. We'd be short. So I'm going to say probably no here. Does the body hit board? Coco? Subtlety. That does present lethal now, doesn't it? No attacks. We'll take control of their turn. Yep, I was about to say they should fetch here. Surveil. So now they can ensure that I don't hit anything of value. Another subtlety. Collected company. I doubt there's anything that I can pull from Coco that would save me here. Go to main. We'll cast Coco. One Chi-Tong, Supreme Verdict, Supreme Phantom, Captain. Yeah, nothing of value that would help me here. So we'll concede. Alright, so that's a loss for game 2. Yeah, I do wonder if kicking the Mycospawn earlier may have been the right call to get rid of the white source to ensure they couldn't play the whatchamacallit, White Orchid Phantom to blow up the Cavern of Souls. It may have been correct after all. On the play for game 3, I will keep Imprint, Emrakul, Talisman, and Bauble. Pass and pass. I'd love to see an untapped green source on a land. Misty Rain fetch 19 for Breeding Pool Shock 17 and draw. There's Rumble. I will Rumble. There's Temple. There's another Chrysalis. I'll grab Temple. We'll play the Temple. Yeah, no reason to show the Bojuka Bog right now. We'll play the Temple and pass. It's kind of hoping to see a fetch there so I could still heat the Hierarch, but no such luck. Temple Garden Shock. Funny enough, them White Orchid Phantomine might not be a bad thing for me, to be honest. So we'll hit the Ugin Lab. Yep. Forest. And draw. Devourer. Majuka Bog, target you. Yeah, definitely could have cut the bog, I suppose. And we'll hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Seems like it could be holding up consigned memory. K return's pretty solid. In that case, I will hold. You have collected company. One Shitong. Draw one. This can counter. It's also Spirit. Oh, interesting. That makes so much sense now. One Shitong will resolve. The question is whether or not I should K return here. I think I probably should. So I'll sack 1, trigger, 2, trigger, 3, trigger. K return. Yield all. I'll pay the 1. And I will pass. And pass. Opponent will pass. I will draw. Another Devourer will go to combat and swing for 5. Down to 10. End step fetched on the 9. Hollowed Fountain shocked on a 7. And there's Coco. So there is Captain and Spell Queller. Other spirits have +1/+1 and hexproof. I will heat the captain now and pass. Lushport. Supreme Phantom. Really? Surprised to see you attacking right now. Shacklegeist. Okay, so you can tap down the Chrysalis. I'd love to see a Soul Land off top. Breeding Pool tapped. Tap the Chrysalis. I will pass. Probably should have attacked prior to playing the breeding pool in retrospect. Down to 7. Within lethal range. I'm going to crack the Vexing Bauble, draw a card. Myco, not what I wanted to see. We'll draw. K command. I will hold the K command, yeah? Yes. No attacks. There's Coco. Last card in hand. Ramp and exile Shacklegeist. And done. Shacklegeist down, so no tapping the Chrysalis unless you find another Shacklegeist. Tongue Rattle Chains. Yes. They're one shy of winning right now. Go to blocks. We block the Rattle Chains. Or rather, I should probably block the Rattle Chains in retrospect. Down to 1. Eldrazi Temple. Alright, well, let's do it. We sack. Exile the one Tongue. Yes. I mean, if they can flash something in, they're going to have to block. So they would need to have 2 flash creatures. Paying cost. Is it a Coco? Spell Queller. Blocks. Cast the Myco Spawn for Shifting Woodland. Opponent's a bit salty in chat. Opponent just going off. Normally I don't reveal chat, but I guess I'll do so just for the lulz at this point. Yeah, opponent's not all too thrilled, it would seem. They do know we're playing a league, right? Like this isn't friendly. Not sure what their plan here is now. I mean, you can keep on feeding the chat if you want, opponent. I'm just going to report you to Daybreak. So have fun getting a suspension. Alright, opponent passed it back. Alright, opponent's still kind of holding on. Well, I will just go ahead and shifting Woodland and Emrakul. I mean, even if you have a Coco here, it's not going to be enough. Now I have to deal with a 13/13 flying trample. I have a sneaking suspicion opponent's either going to rope or is typing a novel in chat. I'm not sure which. Either ways, I'm sure it will be worth all the time. Well, I'm going to say at this point, opponent is probably salt roping here, so I won't bother you guys with waiting for them. I will instead just say we'll wrap up there for this match, and we'll be back for either the wrap up, unless the opponent has something surprising up their sleeve, or match number 2. Alright, looks like opponent let that resolve. Let's move the combat and see if we can get our attack in. Looking like we're not going to be able to. Opponent trying to draw this out for as long as humanly possible. Once again, we'll be back once we've received priority or for the wrap-up. Alright, and however long later, we finally got there. So that will be a win for match number 1. Alright, I mean, it was cool to play against Spirits again. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that, let alone a Coco deck, but I just wish it was played against a more respectful pilot. But either ways, we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. Sure. A little bit odd, but it's workable. K command would be good, of course. Isamiko spawn. Otherwise, Cavernous Souls seems relevant here. So turn 3 Chrysalis into a turn 4 Devourer. Yes. Otherwise, I suppose we can go Myco spawn. You know what? Let's go with Myco spawn. Which means what I'm going to want to do here is Bojuka Bog on 1, Temple on 2, Talisman Temple on 3. So yes, Bojuka Bog, target you, and pass. We're going to need to pray this Talisman resolves and sticks on board, though. Polluted Delta. Well, that does not inspire confidence, I'm not going to lie. Ooh. Spell Snare. Oh, Surveil. Okay. Scouting Tarn. We'll pass. Polluted Delta. Passing. Draw. Temple. And we shall kick Zimiko spawn. No consign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I want to go commercial district except for the Chrysalis here. Yes. We'll go commercial district, surveil. Wooded foothill. We'll go top. And pass. Surveil. Ooh, that's a new avatar card. What that? Flooded Strand, passing, draw, play Wooded Foothill, go to combat, attack for 3, down to 15, fetch for a forest, and Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, path, sure. Flood Strand, fetch. Don't want to play into a force. What am I playing against? Path to exile. And I guess it could just be Jeskai control, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, yeah, I think we just fire off the K command then. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sacrifice a spawn. Top draw. And draw. Go to combat. Attack with Myco spawn. Down to 11. Chrysalis healed all. Does the body hit board? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Trigger 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I need 2 more. He's an Emrakul. Strict Serenade, sure. And I still very much have lethal on board. Path the Exile's rude, but sure. My last forest. Our turn, comrade. So Ephem, Witch Enchanter can push you down to 8. Monumental Henge, Flooded Strand, Solitude. So in that case, what I can do, go to main. We can Solitude Pitch, Witch Enchanter. Yep, so Solitude Evoke. Exile Witch Enchant. Exile nothing. yield all. Play Flooded Strand and fetch. No Surveil lands. Cryogen Relic, interesting. Put a stun counter. Felia, Riddler, One-Chi Tongs. It looks like Jeskai Blink, but heavy on subtleties. Interesting. Well, I will fail to find. And at that point, I will pass in full and pass in full. What you find? Quantum Riddler, draw 2, Ephem, yep. They do run Consignment, which is notable. And draw. And 1, 2. Devour target. Land for turn, no imprint, go to combat, swing for 5, down to 5, hold up K command, Ephem, rebound, no targets though. I mean, that should be GG's. Teferi, sure. Bounce the bird. Draws a card. Opponent scoops it up. So, yeah, very blinkish. So we'll classify this as blink. Would be my thought, at least. So, Strix Serenade, Unholy Heat. I guess we didn't see Ragavan at all, did we? So maybe we don't need Dismember, though I guess Felia is still a good target. We don't know whether or not they're going to be running Charmant in the side. So I guess the question is whether or not to cut the Ice Till. Let's see. I suppose trim on the Ghost Quarter. And then 2 more. Let's go with a Chrysalis. And we'll go with an Ugin. Oh no, we don't want to cut Ugin here. Emrakul, I suppose? I also could... Oh, actually, no, we can trim a Rumble. Right. There we go. Yeah, definitely don't want to trim Ugin here. Ugin's the entire reason why... Or Blink's the entire reason why we run Ugin. Ooh, interesting. I'll keep... Flooded Strand, Devourer. I'll grab a Temple then. Play Misty Rain, fetch. Still play around the idea that they could have Charma. Flooded Strand, fetch, Surveil. Yes. For red or for blue? Let's go for blue here. And pass. And pass. Alright, we'll draw Talisman of Impulse. In that case, I'm going to imprint the Devourer. And cast Talisman. And we'll hold Strix and Dismember. Fetch Flood Strand to 18. Tis Ophelia. Blue, One-Chi Tong. There's One-Chi. Yeah, that's fine. You're not going to draw anything. No reason to Dismember right now. So yeah, that's okay. Surveil. One she will hit for 1. Down to 18 and draw Sire. We'll use K command as permission. No red sources, so I don't need to fear Charmal right now. Arid Mesa fetch down to 15. Is this a Teferi maybe? Down to 17. Quantum Riddler Warp, draw a card. I will say Strict Serenade. You get a burb. And I will K command X equals 4. Counterspell's fine. We'll pass and draw. So in that case, Utopia Sprawl. I guess if they do end up playing Force, it feels a bit bad. Let's see if they have a Subtlety here. And we'll pass in full. Body hits board, that's huge. I have to assume they have Ephem in hand. Path to Exile's pretty rude, if I do say so myself. Reba Forest, 2, 4, 5, 6. One short of Devourer. Wanshi Tongue does trigger. That's kind of cute. Path with Wanshi. And draw Unholy Heat. For red. And hold. Fledgestrand down to 7. Surveil. Begin combat. I'm going to say let's dispatch the Wanshi Tongue right now. Ephem rebound or Ephem trigger, that's fine. Attack for 2. Down to 11, return Devour to hand. And draw. I will exile the Burb or the Wanshi. Let's start with the Burb here. Paying cost for consign to memory. Yep. Yield all. There's Felia, 1 in hand. We will dismember the Felia down to 7 and pass and Ephem rebound down to 4. We draw. Get rid of the Burb. Commercial District Surveil. Gemstone to Yard will pass. Do you have a Subtlety? Solitude. Up to 10, down to 6. Draw. Ugin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will exile the Solitude. Ephem, that's fine. I guess in retrospect, I probably should have tapped the Talisman instead of the Temple. Alright, we'll pass. Ephem, not like it's doing much here. 4 at me. 4 at me. Interesting. To 5. We'll draw a card. Rumble. So in that case, let's start with Zemiko Spawn. Exile the Solitude. I should have exiled the Wanshi, I'm just realizing. That's a whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, definitely should have exiled the Wanshi Tong. Stop them from drawing an extra card. Like, the Solitude, definitely the bigger threat, but still. And Bones will scoop it up. We'll take the win. Okay, solid. Outside of that one mistake on my end, very solid match. But with that being said, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the play for game 1. A little bit awkward. I will keep to Misty Rainforest or not to Misty Rainforest. That is the question. Honestly, I think I might Devour here. Yeah, we'll Devour here. Opponent has Leyline the Guild Pack, so they are playing Zoo. There is Temple, Mycospawn, Verdant Cat. I want to go Temple, but on one hand I kind of want to go Verdant Cat, so I can go for a Forest Sprawl, then Rumble. I will go with Temple, though. We'll play the Misty Rain and pass and pass. Wooded Foothill. I didn't play anything here. Play Temple. We're going to play around Stubborn Denial then. Grab a Forest. Sprawl. For red. And pass. There's Binding. Kind of rude, not gonna lie. Five cards in hand. Is this a Kavu? It is a Sign of Draco. In that case, let's start off with Rumble. There's Temple. There's a Forest. Forest and Temple kind of have the same end result. I'll play Commercial District and Surveil. Emrakul to top and pass. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short. Down to 15. Flooded Strand, fetch. Steam Vents, and Shock for Bolt. Pretty rude. Kavu. Draw. In that case, Utopia Sprawl for red. Eldrazi Temple. And our reason to play with Jukabog 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, yeah, we'll play with Jukabog. Target you. Hold the K return. Surveil. Keeps it on top. Interesting. Is this a dashed rag? Discard a card, draw a card. Okay. Leyline of the Guild Pact. Sure. Down to 6. We'll fire off the K return. They would need a consigned memory in hand in order to stop this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. White, binding. Okay, so we're gonna have to go with Devourer then. Sure. Draw, rumble. Well, we'll start with Temple. K command, Devourer. We'll Devour. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll grab the Leyline of the Guild Pact, I think. Yield all. Yes. And pass. One card left in hand. I wonder what it is. Triumph. We'll pass. Red, blue, Sign of Draco. Again, one left in hand. Do I really want to shock here? I think I have to, as awkward as it is. Shock. And then our turn. Arid Mesa. Godless Shrine. Play the Arid Mesa. Let's fetch. Temple Garden Steam Vents. No to all. This is the Doorkeeper Thrall version. That's good to know. Teferi, Denial, Consign, Split. Alright, fail to find. Go to combat. Attack with Sign of Draco. Go to blocks. We'll block. And pass. Worst case scenario here is definitely a Flage. Blue, white, Teferi, bounce Leyline Binding, I'd imagine. And then Shock and Godless Shrine. Bouncing the Emrakul? Draw. Myco Spawn. Fascinating. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, I suppose we'll go to combat. Attack you with Devour. I don't care about Tef right now. Our turn again, comrade. Steam Vents. Stubborn Denial. We can push you down to 19 with the Steam Vent Shock. And pass. Lethal's now on board. Tef plus. Go to combat. Attack all at you for 19 exactly. Alright, solid win. Yeah, very surprised they didn't Tef bounce Leyline Binding. Alrighty, let's take a look at the sideboard guide. Again, depends on how many Charmaws. That were kind of in the blind here. So, Trim and Emrakul. K returns. Dismember, Strict Serenade, Unholy Heat, Nature's Claim. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. Trim a Rumble. So yeah, do we trim out the Ice Tails? I mean, we have the Chrysalis. We don't want to trim Chrysalis. That much is for sure. Yeah, I guess we do trim out the Ice Tails. On the draw for game 2. At least I imagine we'll be on the draw. I guess we see like a ton of Charmals will bring Ice Tail back in. I'm just not sure what we would cut out at that point. That's the unfortunate part about Ice Tail sometimes when you have too much stuff to bring in. Doorkeeper Thrall version with Tef. I mean, I guess we don't necessarily need the Nature's Claim, but it definitely is helpful. I'll keep this, yeah. Funnel Mulligan down to 6. Leyline the Guild Pact. Reveal Devourer and pass. It's a rag. Unfortunate trigger. There's Rumble. I'm thinking we'll probably go for Temple though, so we can cast this Myco Spawn and try and ramp into Devourer. So Forest, Sprawl for red. Yeah. And pass. And pass. Rag will hit. Rag will pilfer. It's a forest. Arid Mesa fetch down to 19. Steam Vent Shock down to 17 for Kavu. We'll draw. We can actually shrink the Kavu. I will cast Sowing Myco. We'll grab Eldrazi Temple. And I will pass and hope that they do not have a charm on hand. Attack with Kavu, I'd imagine. Yep. Pitches Ashiok, sure. Damping Sphere is quite unfortunate. Draw. Shifting Wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To be short one of the Devourer then. I think we'll go Breeding Pool tapped and pass. Hold up the Nature's Claim. One, two, three, four, 5. One short of Ugin next turn. Question is whether or not we block the Kavu. I don't know how they tap. We also could do a combat trick of Kavu, but Kavu will discard. Yeah, I will block at this point. End step. I will Nature's Claim the Damp Sphere. Stubborn Denial. Yield all. And draw. Stomping Ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in that case, Stomping Ground, tapped, and pass. Arid Mesa, fetch down to 16. Triome, and pass. To play the Ugin or play Devourer next turn. Ragavan Pilfers finds a Writhing Crystal, which they can play. Sign of Draco. That is a problem now. Draw. Well, Ugin can no longer hit Kavu, neither can Devourer. Lethal's on board. 2 in hand. We could Malevolent Rumble here, because we can pick up the 9, but that's still lethal. Let's start with Rumble then. Oofda. Yeah, that doesn't really do much. We'll concede then. Yeah. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, still not enough. Alright, we'll concede. Alright, Rumble back in. Gemstone out. Let's run it back. On the play for game 3, I will... Well, that's awkward. I want to keep it. But quite literally nothing in our hand is castable right now. Unfortunately, I think I have the mulligan. Another awkward hand, but it is workable. Pitch the bog. Commercial District Surveil. Sprawl to yard. And pass. And pass. Bloodstrand fetch 19. In that case, we're going to K-command this Ragavan. Draw. Devourer. I will ramp and exile the rag. No, maybe you should scry draw. Yeah, let's scry draw. Rag down. Breeding pool top and draw. And pass and pass. Arid Mesa fetch 16 for Temple Garden Shock down to 14 for a Kavu. A dashed rag, interesting. Ragavan will pilfer. What does Ragavan pilfer? It's a forest, that's fine. Draw lab. Breeding pool shock. Sprawl for green. And Chrysalis, no consign, will pass and hold. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Currently one short of Emrakul. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can definitely cast Devourer. Is this a Charmal? Feels like it. And there's a Charmal. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Draw. Lab. Imprint. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And fortunately, we were short. Swing for 4. Lethal's on board. We'll pass. We have been doing a lot of shocking. Got a Shrine tapped. Leyline Binding. It's the Devourer. Ragavan? Dashed, really? Ragavan will connect. Ragavan will pilfer. Finds an Ugin. Will draw. I will play a land. No imprint. And cast Chrysalis. Go to combat. Swing for 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, too short. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. But we'll scoop it up, though, and we got another win. We'll be back for match number 4. All right, we're back for match number 4 on the draw for game 1. We'll keep... But I'll reveal Devourer. We'll play the Gemstone. What do we pitch, though? I'm thinking probably the Lab. Because we're going to want to play for Sprawl Rumble. Yeah, we'll pitch the Lab then. And Devour Trigger will give us an idea of what we're playing against. It is likely a mirror match. Sire 7 Death, of course. So Forest, Sprawl, for red, Rumble, for Temple. and pass, and pass. Stomping Ground for Talisman and draw. Temple, kick the MTGO. Time for Ghost Quarter loops. Yield all. Grab Ghost Quarter. And no reason to play it now. They did hit their bog. Did they hit bog earlier? They did. Yeah, no reason to hit it now. Let's pass. And hold. What say you, opponent? Eldrazi Temple. Sure, sure. Is it a Miko spawn? It is a Miko spawn. Sure. Another temple. End step. And draw. Commercial district. We will go, let's see here. Green. Play Ice Till. Ghost Quarter. Target temple. Ghost Quarter. Mill a card. Emerald Cooling Yard. With a Shifting Woodland too. Very nice. Target temple. And then Ghost Quarter, mill a card, target the forest. And we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Alrighty. Solid win in the mirror match. I realized earlier that I don't have the mirror on my sideboard guide, which was really funny to me. You don't know whether or not they're playing Ice Till, but this member is probably a yes. We could bring in Strix Serenade. It's a consideration. Trim on Rumble. I have room for 2. So, I mean, we could bring in Unholy Heat. We can bring in Strix Serenade. Both are relevant. Unholy Heat definitely... I mean, Unholy Heat hits Explorer, right? But Strix Serenade does hit some of the bigger threats as long as they're not playing around it. The Strix Serenade definitely seems better. Of course, Consign would be best, but Strix Serenade at least is something. Yeah, let's do that. Run it back. On the draw for game 2. Yes, we can make this work. I will keep opponent Mulligan down to 6. Would like to see a temple off top. And that way I can go into turn 2 Chrysalis and the turn 3 kick MTGO. I'll pass in full. Temple. And pass. Draw. Lab. Okay. Well, now I just need a 7-mana value spell off top. Stomping Ground, Shock for Talisman. Draw, Rumble. I mean, if they have a Soul Land, they could go MTGO, so cutting them short with Ghost Quarter does seem relevant. So in that case, I will play a Talisman. Ghost Quarter, and I will Ghost Quarter Temple. Yes. And then pass. And pass. Draw. Lab, no imprint. Cast Chrysalis. And hold. Dismember, sure. That is fine by me. Land and passing, draw. Strict Serenade. Done. I will kick the Myco, kick the Stomping Ground, and I will grab a fetch, but opponent will concede. Solid 2-0 win in the mirror match. We'll be back for match 5 and potentially the 5-0. Alright, we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. I'll keep. It's not my favorite hand, but it is workable. Look at that potential turn 3 casts as it currently stands. We have a turn 2 Rumble or Talisman. Looks like it could be the mirror match again. Commercial District Surveil. K return to Yard. We'll pass. And pass. Did opponent accidentally pass their turn? Potentially, but we'll take it. Windswept Teeth fetch for a Forest and Rumble. Grab Eldrazi Temple. And pass. And pass. Plays a Mountain. Okay, so maybe not the mirror match. Slick Shot Show Off. Ooh. So it looks to be Prowess then. So red, green, colorless, yield all. I will... Tempted the talisman here. Because I feel like I'm going to end up sacking these spawns anyways, but we'll hold. We're able to hold with K command. And hold. Stomping Ground Shock. There's a Slick Shot plotted. Sure. Bobble Trigger. Sure. Bolt, target, Chrysalis, sack and response. Yield all. Bolt, target, sack and response. Sack and response. K command. X equals 1. Bajuka Bog to bottom. Sack trigger. Yield all. Yep. Can't do much more about that, now can I? Bob will target me. And phase change. Down to 10. Bubble trigger, draw a card. And draw. Another Myco. Chrysalis, yield all. And we'll pass once again. And hold. Monastery Swiftspear, sure. Abundant Harvest. Interesting. Yield all. And they find mutagenic growth. Go to combat. Go to blocks. I'll sack the spawn. Dart. Sack the spawn. Yield all. The damage? Interesting. Draw. Misty Rain. In that case, I will play Misty Rain fetch for a forest. Cast Talisman of Impulse. Cast Sowing Mycospawn. Yield all. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thinking Bajuka Bog, potentially. What else do I have in yard? Double Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should probably go Temple in case we draw into Emrakul. I will play the Temple and pass. Attack. No block. Growth. Myco down. Draw. K command. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fetch. So I guess I can go Ice Till into Myco. Yeah. Though, yeah, I suppose we can do that. Ice Still. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi, mill a card, and we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Solid game 1 win against Prowess. I'll take it. Bring in Trinisphere. I actually don't like to dismember this matchup. Unholy Heat in. Let's take a look at my sideboard guide. Ice Till out for sure. Rumble out. I didn't see blue, so I can actually take out Cavernous Souls. Heat Trinisphere in and run it back. Yeah, interesting to see Gruul Prowess instead of Is It. I wonder why the green splash. I guess, I mean, we did see Abundant Harvest, but I'm not sure that's the... Ooh, that hand's solid. I'll keep. Maybe they have, like, Nature's Claim the side for Trinisphere? I could see it. Red for DRC. Bobble Trigger. Alright, Bobble target me. Bobble Trigger. And K command. And pass. And pass. Slick Shot. Bobble. Okay. Target me. Attack for 4. And draw. another lab. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I suppose I could play Rumble Plus. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, -1. So let's start with Rumble. There's Myco, there's Trinisphere. And a second Trinisphere is nice, but not entirely necessary. I'll go Myco then. Play Ugin Lab. No imprint. Cast Trinisphere and pass. And pass. And there's Bolt. Sure, sure. Take 6 down to 6. We'll draw. I will surveil. Temple top. And how do I want to proceed here? I'll hold. Commercial district surveil. K command. Exile, exile. Try and keep us out of bolt range. I will get rid of Bobble Bobble. No, I suppose. Yeah, Bobble Bobble's probably the best bet. And done. Paying cost for Bolt. No shot. Huh. Well, yeah, that will do it. We'll concede. Yep, fully did not expect that. Damn. Alright. Well, we'll bring the Rumble back in, trim the gemstone, and run it back. Oh, hold on. Why? How? Where? I'll trim an Emrakul? How am I missing one? What's going on here? Ice Tail, Ghost Quarter, Gemstone, Cavern. Yeah, I don't know how I missed the second heat. Weird. Alright. Why does that feel wrong, though? Take a look at my sideboard guide. 2 Ice Tail, 1 Emrakul, 1 Gemstone. 1 Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter, Gemstone's out. Heat, Trinisphere. Weird. Okay. I will keep once again. Yeah, that was wild. I thought taking the baubles were going to give me the best chance of not dying there to a bolt. Clearly, I was wrong. Windswept Heath Fetch for a forest. Sprawl for red and pass and pass. DRC, draw Chrysalis. Oh, we're going to start with Trinisphere and pass and pass. Definitely a solid start here, especially you can resolve the Sire 7 death. I think it should just be GG's. Because we'll only take one here. They can't play anything, or rather they can't cast anything this turn. So we should be in the clear. Stomping Ground tapped, down to 18, draw. K command's pretty solid. Chrysalis, Misty Rain, and pass. Scouting Tarn fetch down the 19 for Molten Rain targeting my forest. Well, that's kind of rude. Yep, that will resolve. Yeah, I was not expecting Molten Rain. I'll be real. Unholy Heat to Yard. 2, 4, 5. If I can find a 7-mana value spell off top, then we can still play the Sire. Either that or another soul land. End step, fetch Misty Rain, Commercial District Surveil, Emrakul to top, and draw. Imprint, Emrakul. Yield all. Go to combat, swing for 4. I mean, at this point, it really should just be GG's, methinks. You're under Trinisphere, Sire's on board, you're in red-green, so your ability to get rid of Sire is pretty lacking, I think. I mean, I guess at worst you can Molten Rain me again, which I'm not exactly too concerned about. Opponent will scoop it up, and there it is. That is our first 5-0 of the season with Eldrazi Ramp. Solid wins. Honestly, only a few minor misplays here and there, but otherwise, I think we played pretty well. Deck still performing very well as well. Alrighty, well, with that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback, be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you reached the point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Though I will, ideally, be live on Saturday, November 29th at 10 p.m. CST for the Showcase Challenge. If I'm not live, I probably slept through my alarm. I apologize ahead of time. Otherwise, I'll be live for the 8 p.m. CST challenge. Otherwise, though, you can find these videos ad-free and early over on my Patreon. With that being said, though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.